therapist, physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Okay, today the title of the program is Advancement and Progression of the #1 Sciatica Exercise. We're going to assume you watched the video before this in the series called the #1 Sciatica Exercise for Disc Bulging and Herniation. This is the advancement of that.
Right.
All these videos are part of a series of videos on sciatica. If you want the series, go to bobandbrad.com and go to the program section, completely free. You have no strings attached. No, we don't ask for email, anything. You just watch it.
Right. It's a heck of a deal.
It's a heck of a deal. It's got a printout too.
Yeah, the printouts are great, so you can refer back to it and not have to watch the video. And you may need to, but oftentimes just the reference will trigger your memory, that recall memory, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so on the last video, where we left off is that you were laying, you had got to the point where you had progressed. You could lay like this, or even lay like this, lie like this, Brad, I'm saying it right. Lie like this, and it wasn't making your pain worse. It might even been making your pain better.
Right. And, you know, as we mentioned, if it's centralizing, in other words, a symptom, numbness, pain, whatever is moving, is out of the foot, out of the leg, and seems to be going up. It might be getting a little worse up here, but better down here. That's a good sign, as long as it's within reason.
Okay, so the next point, the next progression in the exercise, you're going to start baby press-ups. This is Brad's term, baby press-ups.
Baby.
So what you're going to do is put your hands beneath your shoulders like this, and you're going to press just partially way up. And what you'll find with a lot of people is that your back is so tight that your pelvis might even lift off the ground.
Right.
And that's why we start with the baby ones. Just let's stretch that gradually and get to that back moving again. You're trying to get the arch in the back.
Right.
Can you point that out, Brad?
You bet. Let's go ahead, Bob.
So I'll go straight. There's no arch.
I always say people imagine there's a belt around your waistline holding your waist down tight to the floor of the bed.
And we'll be showing that in just a minute so that you won't have to imagine anymore. So you keep working this way. So again, you're going to, as repeated before, as said before, you can do like 5 to 10 reps.
Yep.
But you can repeat this 5 to 8 times a day. You can do it every hour. If you can only do it 3 times a day, do it 3 times a day.
And I want to clarify that you go up when you start to feel pain or it starts to become uncomfortable. You just bump into it and go back down. You're not going to force yourself into pain because that can flare things up. You have to work with this and allow that herniation to get back and where it goes. It takes some time for that. So be cautious. And again, Bob said 5 to 10 reps and give it a rest.
Yep. And I think also that you're doing other things besides working the disc. You're working on the joints and the muscles, and
you're
getting movement, and who knows all what's happening. So
we're gaining range of motion.
Yeah, we're gaining range of motion
without increased pain.
So eventually, now things are loosening up. You want to try to go to full press ups. So now you're trying to completely extend the elbow while keeping the pelvis on the mat or the floor or the bed. So
down.
Yeah, if you get up to this point and it still comes up, that's too far. Just go up to this point then. You got to keep working until you can go all the way up like this and still keep the pelvis on the floor. You may not get to that point. You know, some people don't.
Right, and
but
that's okay.
Go as far as you can. And I even have sometimes people bring their head up like this.
Yep, so do I.
So you can get up to this point. Now, let's say you get to a certain point and you get stuck. It just doesn't go any further. It's not causing increased pain, but you're stuck. Then you can go ahead and try like a rolled sheet or a belt or a towel. And you want to grab me the sheet, Brad?
Yeah.
Or do you want to show?
Yeah, I just want to show one. So the goal is if we're in the clinic, what I do is I have my hand here and I stabilize the pelvis, and then I ask the patient to do it, and that can help things move along in the right direction. But by yourself, the option is if you can take a belt, or we're going to use a sheet here, and you put it around the back, and put your hands on it.
Yep, the hands are going to provide the stabilizing force.
Yep.
And now when I go up like this, do you see how the sheet is providing the same support that Brad would have done with his hand? So it's helping stretch the back, give a little more overpressure. Now, what's nice about the sheet, you can move it up and down. It's hard to keep it down.
It always wants to slide up
Yeah, it
this
always
way,
wants to slide up.
and that's the challenge when
Yeah.
you're working by yourself.
And if you want it up higher, that's great because that's where it wants to go. But you want to try to keep it down in that low back. You might have to bring your hands back even a little bit further
Yeah.
and work it that way. Stretch out strap works out real well too. We'll put a link down below on these. These are inexpensive, great ways to stretch your entire body. There we go. Thank you, Brad.
Well, of course. I did want to mention, you'll know what location it is because your body's going to tell you. It's like, I ask the patient, can you press up? And then they say, it feels like it's too high. And then you move it down. It's like, oh, that feels better because the back and the leg feels better. And you can go a little higher with less pain. So it's all symptom guided.
Nice about the stretch out strap, it's got loops. You can put your hands through it. You can still keep your hands flat like this, and you can provide the stretching. And if you want, you could take the stretch out strap and run it through your loops of your belt
To keep it from sliding
keep
up.
it from sliding up.
Yeah.
But
You know,
this works out really
if there's
well.
someone at home to help you, like I'll do in the clinic, I'll just move it back with my hands and I'll hold it.
Yep.
And then do that. So, you could have a family member, friend, or whoever work with you.
So eventually, you can go back to just not using anything. If it starts, feeling better to the point where you get all the way up here,
Right.
you don't need to use the belt anymore. But again, that can help progress things along. Same thing, 5 to 10 repetitions, 5 to 8 times a day. I know some people complain that, gosh, you think we're going to do exercises that often a day? Well, if you're having pain all day long, I think you're motivated to try to, get this thing resolved.
Right. And, that's assuming when you do it, you have success. Each
Right.
time it feels a little bit better. This pain is centralizing up the leg. That's when you got to stay after it.
Right. That's when you got to get at it. I don't want you to get discouraged, though, if you have like 3 good days and also a bad day. That almost always happens.
Yep.
I mean, always. There's always like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, then 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I mean, it just
And
always.
there's usually a reason for you bent over wrong or you sat slouched for a long time. One way or another, it happens. And, when you watch some of our other videos, all these little reasons and
Just don't get discouraged by it
Right.
because it happens, and generally when it does go back, it doesn't go back to where it was at the start. It's just you regress a bit.
right.
So,
Right.
all right, why don't you watch the next video in our series if you get a chance?
Thank you.